Lesson 1: Navigating Change Together.
Absolutely. Effective communication will be key in this transition.
I completely agree. Clear messaging can ease concerns and ensure everyone is on the same page.
Exactly. What strategies do you think we should implement?
First, regular updates would be essential. Keeping everyone informed builds trust.
Great idea. It helps prevent misinformation from spreading.
Yes. We could also hold Q&A sessions. Allowing people to ask questions can clarify uncertainties.
That is a fantastic approach. Listening to concerns shows that we value their input.
Absolutely. People appreciate being part of the conversation.
How about creating a dedicated channel for feedback?
A feedback channel is a smart move. It offers a space for open dialogue.
Plus, it encourages engagement. Everyone should feel their voice matters.
Right. Transparency can truly foster a positive atmosphere during change.
Have you thought about how to address any resistance to this transition?
I believe empathy is crucial. Understanding concerns allows us to respond effectively.
That is a solid point. Acknowledging feelings can help ease tensions.
Yes. We should also emphasize the benefits of the transition.
Highlighting the positives can certainly motivate people to embrace change.
To sum it up, communication, empathy, and transparency are essential.
Agreed. Let us formulate a clear plan and share it with the team.
Lesson 2: Strategies for Success.
Let us analyze competitor pricing and market demand first.
That sounds like a solid plan. Understanding the market is crucial.
Have you gathered any data on our competitors?
Yes, I compiled a list of their prices and key features.
Excellent. What trends did you notice in their pricing?
Most of them have competitive rates, but some are significantly higher.
Interesting. Those higher prices must come with added value.
Exactly. We need to identify what differentiates us from them.
What do you think consumers prioritize when choosing our product?
I believe quality and price are both essential factors.
Yes. If we can provide high quality at a reasonable price, we will succeed.
Additionally, consumer reviews can influence their decisions.
True. Positive feedback can boost our credibility.
Have you considered running a survey to gauge customer preferences?
That is a great idea. It will provide direct insights.
We could also test different pricing strategies to see what resonates.
Yes. A/B testing can help us find the optimal price point.
I am excited to see how these strategies will unfold in our launch.
Here is to gathering valuable data and making informed decisions.
Lesson 3: captivating crime dramas.
I must say, I am definitely hooked on this new crime drama.
I feel the same way. The suspense keeps me on the edge of my seat.
The plot twists are incredible. I never see them coming.
Exactly. It makes for thrilling viewing. What has been your favorite moment so far?
I think when the detective uncovered the hidden evidence was brilliant.
Oh, yes. That was a shocking revelation. It changed everything.
I also loved the character development. Each character has depth and intrigue.
True. It makes you feel invested in their stories.
Do you prefer binge watching or savoring each episode?
I prefer savoring. It builds anticipation for the next plot twist.
I can understand that. But sometimes I just cannot help myself.
It is tempting. Late night binge sessions can be quite fun.
Have you watched any other shows in the same genre?
I recently started another detective series. It is quite engaging.
What is it called? I might have to add it to my watch list.
It is called The Silent Witness. You should give it a try.
Sounds intriguing. I appreciate your recommendations.
I am always happy to share. Good stories deserve to be enjoyed.
Here is to many more thrilling episodes and late night discussions.
Lesson 4: Picnic Preparations.
I will bring some sandwiches and fruits for our picnic.
That sounds perfect. Fresh fruits are always so refreshing.
I thought about making turkey and cheese sandwiches. How does that sound?
Delicious. I am a big fan of turkey sandwiches.
Great! I will also add some lettuce and tomatoes for crunch.
Good choice. Those will make the sandwiches tastier.
I will prepare some apple slices as well. They are easy to pack.
Absolutely. Apples are a great snack, especially in the park.
I will also bring some snacks, perhaps chips and nuts.
Excellent idea. Those will keep our energy up during the picnic.
Do you have any favorite snacks you want to add?
I love trail mix. It has a nice blend of flavors and textures.
That sounds wonderful. I will make sure to include it.
What about drinks? Should we take water or something else?
Water is essential, but perhaps some lemonade would be nice too.
Yes. A refreshing drink makes all the difference on a warm day.
I cannot wait to enjoy our picnic under the sun.
Me neither. Here is to a fun day filled with good food and laughter.
Cheers to that. Let us make this picnic unforgettable.
Lesson 5: Making a lasting impression.
I will keep that in mind. Do you have any tips on how to make a good impression?
Certainly. First, always arrive on time. It shows respect for others' time.
That is a good point. Punctuality can set a positive tone. What else should I consider?
Your attire matters significantly. Dressing appropriately can create an immediate impact.
I agree. Yet, one must balance style with comfort. What do you think about body language?
Body language is crucial. A firm handshake and steady eye contact can convey confidence.
Interesting. I suppose a smile can make one appear more approachable as well.
Absolutely. A warm smile can break the ice and ease any tension.
What about the content of the conversation? How does that play a role?
Engaging in active listening demonstrates genuine interest, which is very appealing.
Right, so asking questions can show that I value the other person's opinions?
Precisely. It encourages a flowing dialogue and builds mutual respect.
I see. Yet, humor can lighten the mood while still maintaining formality, correct?
Indeed. A tasteful joke can create a memorable moment without crossing boundaries.
That's sound advice. Furthermore, is it important to follow up after a meeting?
Yes, sending a thank you message can leave a lasting impression. It shows gratitude.
Excellent. I now feel more prepared to make a positive impression in my next interaction.
Lesson 6: The Joy of Reading.
I have read a lot of books. I enjoy mysteries and biographies. What about you?
I appreciate those genres as well. Mysteries often keep me on the edge of my seat.
Indeed. I love the thrill of trying to solve the puzzle before the detective does.
It is delightful, is it not? Biographies offer such insight into people's lives and experiences.
Absolutely. Have you read any biographies that particularly captivated you?
Yes, I recently read about a famous inventor. His creativity was truly inspiring.
That sounds fascinating. Creative minds often have unique perspectives.
They do. What do you enjoy most about reading mysteries?
I enjoy the unexpected twists. Each page brings a new revelation.
Yes, the suspense is exhilarating. It is like piecing together a grand puzzle.
Exactly. Sometimes I find myself suspecting everyone by the end.
That is part of the fun. Have you ever guessed the ending correctly?
Rarely. The authors are skilled at misleading the reader. What about you?
I often try to predict the outcome, but I am usually surprised.
Surprises can be enjoyable. Do you prefer physical books or ebooks?
I love the feel of a physical book. The smell of the pages adds to the experience.
I understand completely. There is something special about turning pages.
There certainly is. Reading is like embarking on adventures without leaving home.
That is a beautiful way to put it. What book do you recommend for a mystery lover?
You might enjoy The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It is a gripping read.
I have heard great things about that book. I will definitely check it out.
Lesson 7, Finding the Perfect Pair.
Hi. What brings you to the shoe store today?
I am looking for ballet flats. I need something comfortable yet stylish.
That sounds delightful. Are you searching for a specific color?
I was thinking about black, but I might consider something vibrant.
A bold color could add a fun twist to your outfits. Have you considered red or blue?
I have not thought about blue. That could be a refreshing choice.
Blue ballet flats would be versatile. They can pair nicely with both jeans and dresses.
True. Do you think I should prioritize comfort over style?
Ideally, one should find a balance. Comfort should never be sacrificed for the sake of fashion.
I agree. I want to walk confidently without blisters ruining my day.
Blisters are the enemy. Have you tried on any pairs yet?
I have not. I prefer to explore my options first.
Smart choice. It is wise to browse before committing to a pair.
Exactly. I want to ensure they fit well and look good.
You could also ask the staff for recommendations. They often have great insights.
That is a good idea. They may know which styles are trending.
Precisely. Trends can influence how we feel in our shoes.
It is definitely essential to feel confident while wearing them.
Confidence can turn heads. Have you found any pairs that catch your eye?
Not yet, but I am optimistic. There are so many choices.
Enjoy the hunt. The perfect pair is often waiting to be discovered.
Lesson 8, Mindfulness through meditation.
Meditation helps me stay present and calm.
That is great. Another technique I have discovered is deep breathing.
Deep breathing, you say? How does that work?
It involves taking slow, deep breaths. It centers the mind beautifully.
That sounds simple yet effective. How often do you practice it?
I incorporate it into my daily routine. It helps me manage stress.
I should try that, especially during busy days. Any other techniques you recommend?
Yes. Visualization can also help create a peaceful mental space.
Visualization? That sounds intriguing. Please tell me more about it.
Imagine a serene place. It could be a beach or a forest.
I can picture it. That could truly enhance relaxation.
Exactly. The mind believes what it imagines, which can be powerful.
I understand. Are there any specific times that are best for meditation?
Early morning is ideal. The world is quiet and the mind is fresh.
I see. And what about at night? Would that be beneficial as well?
Absolutely. It can help calm racing thoughts before sleep.
I could certainly use that. Is there a specific duration you suggest?
Start with just 5 minutes, then gradually increase the time.
5 minutes seems manageable. I will give it a try.
That is wonderful. Each moment spent meditating is a step toward clarity.
Thank you for the advice. I feel inspired to begin my practice.
Lesson 9, Culinary Adventures.
I noticed you looked like you were trying to get a bad taste out of your mouth. What happened?
I had the most peculiar dish yesterday. It tasted very strange.
Strange dishes can certainly be a challenge. What did you eat?
It was supposed to be a fusion dish. However, the flavors clashed horrendously.
I can only imagine. I often find myself thinking I would be sick if I ate something unpleasant.
Yes. That dish made my stomach turn. I regretted my choice immediately.
Have you ever tried something adventurous that turned out to be amazing?
Actually, I tried escargot once. I was surprised by how delightful it was.
Escargot? That is quite daring. I have never had the courage to try it.
It sounds intimidating, but the garlic butter was simply divine.
I shall reconsider my stance. Perhaps I should venture out of my comfort zone.
Yes, culinary adventures can be memorable. Have you experiences with unusual foods?
I once tried deep fried insects at a food festival. It was oddly enjoyable.
Deep fried insects? I must admit, that is quite daring indeed. How did they taste?
They tasted surprisingly like chips, just with a crunchier texture.
I would probably be hesitant, yet your description does intrigue me.
You should join me next time. We could discover new flavors together.
That sounds like a delightful plan. Exploration of food can lead to great stories.
Absolutely. Plus, I always enjoy good company while dining.
Me too. What is the most unusual dish you hope to try next?
I have my eyes set on a traditional delicacy from a distant country. It involves unusual ingredients.
Lesson 10, The Power of Dedication.
Well, I am inspired by your dedication.
Thank you. That means a lot. I try to keep pushing myself.
It is commendable. What keeps you motivated?
I set small goals for myself. Achieving them gives me a sense of accomplishment.
That is a wise strategy. Celebrating small victories can boost one's spirits.
Yes, it feels rewarding. What motivates you in your endeavors?
I find inspiration in others who work hard. Their success encourages me to keep going.
That is a great perspective. Surrounding oneself with motivated individuals is beneficial.
Absolutely. Positive energy can greatly influence productivity.
What projects are you currently working on?
I am focusing on improving my public speaking skills.
That is a valuable skill. How are you progressing?
I practice regularly, sometimes in front of friends. Their feedback is helpful.
That is brilliant. Constructive criticism can guide improvement.
It certainly can. I also watch videos of great speakers for inspiration.
That is a clever strategy. Learning from others can accelerate growth.
I agree. Plus, it helps to see different speaking styles.
Each speaker has a unique approach. That diversity is enriching.
Yes. I will keep up the fantastic work. Thank you for your encouragement.
Lesson 11: Resistance and Resolve.
I recently read about unreasonable demands upon the country. It is a fascinating topic.
That is intriguing. I recall that the barons decided to resist those demands.
Exactly. Their decision marked a significant turning point in history.
What motivated the barons to take such a bold stance?
They felt their rights were being undermined. It was a matter of principle for them.
I understand. Standing up for one's rights can lead to great change.
Indeed. They united their forces. Strength in numbers can be quite powerful.
It is inspiring to see unity in the face of adversity. What were their strategies?
They organized protests and discussions. They gathered public support effectively.
That sounds like a smart approach. Communication is key in mobilizing people.
Absolutely. Historians often admire their courage during such challenging times.
Courage becomes critical when confronting unreasonable authority.
Yes, and it can ignite passion in others. Their actions inspired future generations.
I imagine debates during that time were quite heated.
They certainly were. Each side had passionate advocates.
That must have led to some fascinating political discussions.
Definitely. Rivalry often leads to great dialogues and developments.
I wonder how different the country would be without such resistance.
History could have taken a very different path. Their bravery shaped future governance.
Lesson 12: An Unexpected Visitor.
I must say, the story of the settlers is quite intriguing. It had its ups and downs, did it not?
Indeed, it certainly did. Especially those early days when they shot arrows at the settlers.
Quite a warm welcome, I assume. Imagine being greeted with arrows instead of cake.
It is a rather hostile greeting, I agree. But then, one day, a friendly Indian named Samuset appeared.
Ah, yes. Samuset, the surprise ambassador of goodwill. His timing was impeccable.
How fortunate for the settlers. It is refreshing to encounter someone who speaks English in such a precarious situation.
Imagine their shock. One moment, they are dodging arrows, and the next, they are engaged in conversation.
Quite the plot twist, indeed. What did Samuset say when he arrived?
If I were to guess, he probably mentioned something like, "Greetings. I come in peace, not pieces."
That would be quite a clever line. I wonder how the settlers reacted to his unexpected humor.
I imagine they were both relieved and amused. "Thank you for not shooting at us," might have crossed their minds.
Hopefully, they offered him some food to celebrate the peace offering.
A feast would certainly be appropriate. Perhaps they could have served him some roasted turkey.
That would be fitting, given the Thanksgiving traditions that followed.
It all circles back, does it not? History has a way of creating connections.
Absolutely. Who knew a friendly visit could change the course of relations?
It is truly remarkable how one person can make such a difference.
Indeed, Samuset must have been quite the diplomat in his time.
His legacy surely lives on in the tales of friendship and cooperation.
Lesson 13, Safety First.
It can be tricky, but it is necessary for everyone's safety.
Absolutely. Did you print your safety guidelines for our team?
Yes, I did. I want to ensure everyone understands them clearly.
That is great. Having written guidelines can prevent misunderstandings.
Exactly. Have you discussed the safety procedures with your team?
I have shared the guidelines. Everyone seems to appreciate them.
That is encouraging. It is important that they feel informed.
Yes, and I also encourage them to ask questions.
Open communication can make a significant difference. Did they have any queries?
A few did. They wanted to know how to handle emergencies effectively.
That is a crucial topic. Emergency procedures should always be clear.
I completely agree. We rehearsed a mock drill last week.
How did that go? Were there any surprises?
Surprisingly well. Everyone participated enthusiastically, and I was impressed.
That is excellent news. Regular practice ensures preparedness.
Exactly. Safety should never be taken lightly.
I admire your dedication to keeping the team safe.
Thank you. It is a shared responsibility. We all must contribute.
Indeed. A safe environment benefits everyone involved.
Absolutely. We should continue to prioritize safety in our discussions.
I look forward to further improving our protocols. Together, we can make a difference.
Lesson 14, Fashion Finders.
I think jeans and sweaters would be a great choice for you.
That sounds like a plan. A cozy sweater can really complement good jeans.
Exactly. Plus, it keeps you warm during chilly days.
Just imagine a nice oversized sweater with fitted jeans. Perfect.
Oh, absolutely. It strikes a balance between stylish and comfortable.
Speaking of comfort, have you found any good shops here?
I discovered a quaint store around the corner. They have unique styles.
I must check it out. Unique pieces always add flair to an outfit.
Right? Let us keep exploring. Who knows what treasures we may find?
Agreed. I am excited to see what the next store has to offer.
Perhaps they also have some accessories to elevate our outfits.
Accessories can make all the difference. A nice scarf can be stunning.
Indeed. And hats are great for adding personality to any look.
I love hats but struggle to find the right fit sometimes.
Finding the right hat can be tricky. It must complement your face shape.
True. I will try a few on if I see any interesting ones.
That is the spirit. Trying on clothes is half the fun of shopping.
Yes. Plus, I enjoy giving fashion advice along the way.
Your advice is always appreciated. Now, shall we go into the next store?
Lesson 15, Embracing the Morning.
I find that getting up early helps me start the day on a positive note.
That is an excellent habit. How do you typically spend those early hours?
I usually take some time for meditation and enjoy a quiet breakfast.
Meditation is a great way to center oneself. Do you have a specific routine?
Yes, I sit quietly for about 10 minutes. It sets a peaceful tone for the day.
That sounds wonderful. I often struggle with finding quiet moments in the morning.
It can be challenging. Have you tried waking up just a bit earlier?
I have considered it. However, I am not a natural morning person.
I understand. Perhaps starting with just 10 or 15 minutes earlier would help?
That seems manageable. I could use that time for stretching or reading.
Both are excellent choices. Stretching can wake up the body beautifully.
Yes. I always feel more energized after a good stretch.
Exactly. A morning routine can be as simple or extensive as one wants.
I agree. Simple changes can lead to a more positive start.
So true. Additionally, a good breakfast can fuel the day ahead.
What do you usually eat for breakfast?
I enjoy oatmeal with fruits and nuts. It keeps me satisfied.
That sounds healthy and delicious. I might try that.
Please do. Starting the day mindfully can lead to better choices overall.
You have inspired me. I think I will set my alarm earlier tomorrow.
Fantastic. I look forward to hearing how it goes. Enjoy your morning.
Lesson 16, Winter Adventures.
They liked the cold, did they not? The weather was quite refreshing.
Indeed. The crisp air added to the excitement of our adventure.
I remember the highlight was when we saw panda bears. What a delightful experience!
Yes. They were so playful. I could have watched them for hours.
Their antics were charming. It was such a joy to see them up close.
One of my friends bought a toy panda to remember the experience.
A toy panda? That sounds adorable. Does it resemble the real ones?
It does. The toy has the same black and white pattern. It is quite cute.
I can imagine. Would you consider buying one for yourself?
I might. It would be a lovely keepsake from our trip.
Plus, it could serve as a reminder of our fun times in the cold.
Exactly. Every time I look at it, I could remember that afternoon with the pandas.
Those memories are priceless. Did you take many photos during the trip?
I took countless pictures. Each one tells a different story.
It sounds like a fantastic way to relive the adventure.
It truly is. I enjoy sharing them with friends and family.
Friends love to hear travel stories, especially about panda encounters.
Yes. Everyone seems fascinated by those majestic creatures.
They certainly are. I look forward to our next adventure together.
Lesson 17, Embracing Positivity.
It is important to overcome challenges.
That is encouraging. How do you suggest one stays motivated?
I believe setting small goals can make a big difference.
That makes sense. Achieving small milestones can boost confidence.
Exactly. It creates momentum. Have you faced any challenges recently?
I have been struggling with time management.
Many people can relate to that. How are you planning to tackle it?
I intend to create a schedule to prioritize my tasks.
That sounds like a solid plan. A structured approach can alleviate stress.
Yes, I think it will help. I will not worry too much now.
That is the spirit. Worrying often complicates things unnecessarily.
I agree. Focusing on solutions instead of problems is key.
What other techniques do you use to maintain positivity?
I practice gratitude daily. It shifts my perspective significantly.
Gratitude is a powerful tool. It can help one appreciate the little things.
Absolutely. It reminds me of what truly matters.
Have you shared your gratitude practice with others?
I have encouraged friends to try it, and they found it beneficial.
That is wonderful. Positivity can be contagious.
Yes, it is. Encouraging each other makes the journey easier.
Together, we can inspire more people to embrace positivity.
Lesson 18: Comfortable Living.
I understand each room has a thermostat for temperature control.
That is an excellent feature. It allows for personalized comfort levels.
Exactly. It means you can adjust the temperature according to your preference.
I cannot imagine living without one. It can be quite uncomfortable otherwise.
I agree. A cozy environment has a significant impact on our mood.
Have you ever experienced a place with poor temperature control?
Yes. I once stayed in a hotel with ancient radiators. It was an adventure.